Hey, Yvonne.
Hello, Mr. McKinley. Lewis. Oh my gosh, it's been such a long time. Good, Lewis. Lewis McKinsey, huh? McKinley. You managed to get in. It was from the old days, right? Years ago that we used to work together. Or just in May. You see, time gets away, doesn't it? Joanne and Jamie Lippman. Oh, okay. And you hurt your no, that's you didn't fall down out on the deck. No, another person. Oh, wow. So, are you in the system under Lewis McKinley, or is that your name, or I've got you in Lewis Lippman. That must be you, right? Okay. Yeah, Jamie or Joanne. I was confused who I was talking to, said you were coming in. So I got you now, Lewis. That's perfect. Looks like you have 6 remaining in the system after today. So if you can drop the lid down, if you're on a laptop, Lewis, that'd be great. All right, you relocating, Denise?
We're all friends.
All right, that's good, Lewis. So if maybe you could unblur the background, or is that going to be okay? I see another hand there, and that unless your hand is that long. Is Joanne with you, or tech support's good to have, right? Yeah, I think the background, I can see you better. And then once you've got it, just angle it. So if I can see his whole body and legs, oh, that's better. Yeah, what a beautiful place. And I don't know if it's possible to move the computer and have it a chair on that corner of your mat, sort of diagonally, so I can kind of see your whole body. Okay. All right. I can see you pretty well. I just don't, I can only see close to your knee. Um, can you angle the computer to a little bit the other? Yeah, there we go. You're there. That's too far up. A little bit down, down again. Okay, somewhere in there, we'll make it work. Thank you. Hi, Matt. Yes. Hi. You're Adele's friend, right? Yvonne. Nice to meet you. Yeah, yeah. So put your legs up the wall, Matt. Um, your buttocks will be about 6 inches, 6, 8, 10 inches from the wall, so that we feel pretty good in the back of our pelvis. Yeah, just move that block to one side. And Matt, we can take care of the class afterwards. You might decide just to do one today, or you might decide to get a package so you can see how you feel. Okay, thanks. And you might decide that your glasses, when we turn the head, the arm gets kind of so you can find a safe spot there. We're not busy in here today. Feel pretty good? Yeah. Yeah. Then have your hands go around the sides. If your shoulders are willing, go under now the bolster with your hands. Oh. Yeah. So keep your hips on the floor. Yeah. And then sometimes people can clasp the hands underneath. It might not be possible. Yeah, don't force it. Yeah, I see the face. So if it's too much, you just loosen up a bit, but eventually we actually go all the way under and clasp. So the whole pose with the bolster is working actually in your upper back. Okay. That's where the spine gets it gets the most rigidity as we age. We've added now computers and Netflix, so this area gets quite rounded between the shoulder blades. So good. Thanks. Now close your eyes. So Lewis, will your hands go underneath the bolster there? No, okay. So see if you can actually clasp your hands and have them, your head resting in that clasp. So your elbows, this is good, yeah. So don't, if I see your face doing that, I know that you're making too much effort. So just go edge. How many classes did you have with me, Lewis, before? But you had your, I'm just looking at your account here, just see the visits, just to get a feel for, yeah, you're right. You had 4, or maybe you shared one with Jamie. Are those guys not coming in anymore? Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, we'll get started anyway if they come in. I did text Joanne back. She was looking for the link. And so I just texted her a little while ago, just wondering if I should send her another email, but I think we'll just get going. Yeah. So enjoy this position. If your shoulders get to be too sensitive, and same for you, Matt, then you will just loosen up or even have your arms, you can have them out to the sides. So there's a lot going on. We've rotated the arm bones inside of your shoulders. There's a twist. It's opening up your whole chest, your rib cage. Your collarbones are moving towards your neck. And then this height of the bolster, which feels so awkward and so big when we first start, is, you can feel it now. You know, when I first say these things, it's like, what are you talking about? But now you understand. You've been here enough, and you know your body quite well here. So we're just gonna, yeah, that's super good, Jill. How's it feel? We got to go with the feeling. No, no, I prefer we just err on the side of caution. Keep everything. We can work on it more once you're more recovered. Excellent. So just have your eyes closed. Feel this inversion working in your legs and feet. They start to get tingly, they start to get numb after a while because of the drainage that we're, obviously everything's higher than the heart. So the heart rate will start to slow down a little bit. Although, of course, the heart is still pumping the blood and the lymph up into your feet. That's it. Just letting the legs rest on the wall. Closed eyes, and just feel the floor underneath you. Feel your shoulders through to your hips. So what we got going here? This will be excellent work for this. Hello, so it gives you, it's twisted the knee out a bit, hasn't it? Yeah, and there's a little bit of that. So we just, let it all be naturally set. Does it feel okay, the drainage? Or is it, because some people after a while they have to bend their knees and put the feet on the wall. Good. Now turn your head to the left without dropping your nose. Yeah, keep going, Lewis. More, more, more. That's it. Try not to move your whole shoulder girdle. You're just trying to isolate the rotation in your neck. Your nose is not dropping down. So there's a whole work through your upper back, your shoulders, and feel the opening. Let the breath be moving into your upper chest. Just breathing in and out gently through the nose. nasal, abdominal breathing. And you might feel the movement of the breath in the upper back between your shoulder blades. Because we're on the floor, there's that little sort of movement, rocking movement as we breathe in and out. And we're not doing any special kind of breath. It's just a very gentle nasal, abdominal, sustainable breath. Feel this rotation of your neck. We're obviously using neck muscles to turn the head. Along with that are the soft tissue, all the different layers comprised underneath the skin, the muscular system. We've got the connective tissue, as well as the nerves, the arteries, and of course, eventually the bones and the discs. So we're creating this twisting action. Muscles love to be twisted. And our basic idea in here with Kaia Yoga is to really twist along not the lateral lines of the muscles, but twisting the muscle fibers and all the other fibers so that they dry out a little bit and the blood flow gets squeezed out, the lymphatic fluids get squeezed out, so that when we do eventually come back into the center, the whole area is flooded with blood, fresh blood, fresh lymph, all the fluids inside, bringing a better healing state and a better functionality to the whole area. So keep the head, explore that rotation a little bit more. And then slowly unwinding, moving with the sensitivity, with what you feel. Bring your head back into the center. Take a tiny pause here and decide if you need to loosen up your arms. You can have them open up to your side. Just don't have your palms going face down. Turn your palms up so it keeps your shoulders open. And then after a breath or two, start to turn into the opposite direction. That's it. So find the work around your neck. It's around the base of the occiput as well as inside of the neck. And you're finding some work in between your shoulders, your shoulder blades. So find that edge. Give yourself time and space to identify exactly where you might be lacking movement. It might be a little stiff. And we want that area to dissipate and then moving more deeply. So we're creating this demand for more range of motion. And of course, the head is at an angle. So we're twisting everything along those fibers. And resting, eyes closed, just letting the body breathe any way it wants to. And just feel, have your awareness scan this legs up the wall pose. It obviously is an inversion. There's loads and loads of benefits, chemically speaking, inside of the body. to have this reverse blood flow. Feel the rhythm inside dropping down. And that's your main priority once you change the mindset a little bit. We start to move into this parasympathetic nervous system mode where growth and healing can take place, repair. Very good. And slowly the head comes back into the center. And then lower the arms down by your sides. Take a little break with your palms up. But I'd like you now to press your legs together. So if you can extend them again, Matt, straighten your knees and press inward. Feel your knees, see if your knees can press in, and flex your feet now, flexing the ankles. So the heels go up, the toes come down. We're pressing in and we're trying to keep the knees open in the back part. Now keep that work in your legs, push your bolster back, lower your head to the floor, and extend your arms back there under the bolster if they'll go under, or on top of the bolster if you need to go on top of the bolster. Just lifting the floor up. That's it. Spread your hands a little bit closer with your hands. That's it. So they're in the line of the torso. So Matt, have your head on the floor and extend your arms fully back there. Yeah, could go over the bolster. Yeah, it looks like you could go under here. Now see if you can straighten your elbows. Yes, going in that direction. So legs are pressing together, thighs are internally rotating, knees are opening to the wall, and we're creating this strong ankle flexion, dropping the base of the toes, the tips of the toes. Feel the back of your legs opening. And then explore this arm extension. So spread your hands, open your palms, extend your fingers. That's the main part of this work, to get into the wrists and into the hands. And then gradually see if you can straighten your elbows a little bit more. If it's really sensitive, if it hurts a lot, go have your hands on top of the bolster. You might be able to feel more openness through your shoulders, through your elbows. That's it, Lewis. So being under is good. You're finding lots of work in your shoulders. Also, you can have your hands on top and straighten the elbows and have your hands on the top there. Yeah, just extend your elbows more, spread your fingers. You might have to move the bolster back a little bit, Lewis, so that the back of your hands are kind of in the middle of the bolster. That's it. So the whole body is working now. We're flexing the ankles. Turn your thighs in more, Randy. Have the inner parts of your feet together. Drop your toes more, everybody. Press in. That's it. More connection, Denise, through the ankles. That's it. Find this work in the front of your ankles. Good. Keep it. Now bring the right heel off the wall about 2 inches. Keep the knees straight. Keep the flexion. See if you can hold it. If you need to go back, you go back to the wall. That's it, Jill. Keep going. Don't let the thigh turn out. Feel the heel opening up the back of your Achilles. That's nice, Janice. I was talking to Mohana. You remember her. She's got 2 new ankles. She's all Yeah, excited because she climbed up to Alta Lakes the other day. Good. Now feel this shape. Feel your hip. Feel your thigh. Feel your knee. Push through your heel. Fold your ankle. Keep your back moving down. And then back to the wall with that heel. Press the legs together again. Fold your ankles and bring the left heel 2 inches off the wall. That's it. Working to try and find knee extension as much as you can. Flexion in the ankles. Yes. Good. Reach back into your hands. Open up your elbows. Super good. So it's quite demanding to have the femur bone in this different area in your hip. Keep your hip down and then back to the wall with that ankle. Press in and now reverse the shape. Point your toes in the direction of the wall. So we keep the pressure in as much as we can. Yeah, keep going with that, Jill. Yes. Press the thighs, knees, ankles, or have that intention. It's not always possible with the shapes that we have. And now find that you're engaging the bottom of your feet. Your toes are working. You're engaging the arch. And then bring your right heel off the wall with this shape 2 inches. That's it. Find your knee, find your foot, your toes. That's it. So the hip sometimes wants to lift away from the floor when we move the leg. So you might add a little bit of pressure down into the back of the hip and feel the leg moving a little bit differently here. Thigh muscle has to fire, knee has to fire, pointing the toes, engaging your arch, engaging your toes. Super good. And then back to the wall. Good job. Now you know what's coming. Left one. Point your toes and bring the leg, the heel, off the wall. Try not to externally rotate the thigh. So turn the thigh in a little and see what you can do. When it gets to that moment, you can go back to the wall. But this is good. Hold it there. Good. Use your toes. Feel the Achilles work. Internal rotation. Arms are stretching, hands are opening. Feel the whole body working together. That's it. And then left heel goes back to the wall. And then bend your knees, have your feet soles on the wall. Good. And then one last stretch of your arms, reach back. Extend as much as you can. So really from the palms of your hands, stretch your fingers, open up everything, engaging. Open up side ribs, waistline. And then after this full-on stretch, slowly release your arms and interlace your hands under your head. And let your elbows drop. So a little bit easier than being with the bolster. Now we have the whole spine on one line. How you doing? Is it tingling and going crazy? I see your face. Good. So just let the elbows drop. That's it, Lewis. They might be away from the floor. You're just interacting with gravity. Take a breath or two. Feel this relief through your low back. And if you're fine, just let your legs go up the wall again. Some of you will keep your knees bending because this inversion is new to you and it creates a lot of tingling and numbness in the feet. Otherwise, just go back up. Let the feet be more relaxed this time and feel your breath. Now, turning your head once again to the left in a way that your nose is sort of pointing in the direction of that left elbow. So it's an independent rotation. We're finding the turn around the base of the occiput. That's the bottom of the skull there. We've got sinus points around this area. And we want to open it up a little bit, have a sense of the skin being able to have this glide over the back of the skull. It's kind of tenderness. And just feel the line of your neck as well. We have 7 cervical vertebrae and discs. And we want to create this free articulation in each one. And then you'll feel it down into your upper back. You'll feel this rotation in your shoulders. Lots going on here in the upper chest, the upper back. And all you do is just let yourselves feel and be with everything that's happening. Go back to the breath, nasal, abdominal, breathing. Just letting gravity interact with the back of your arms. Although for you, Denise, you have a little bit more availability here. I'd like you to actually press shoulder blades, back of shoulders, back of arms, forearms, wrists down into the floor, particularly that right one, and see if there's more availability then to move more your head to the left. So you create this resistance. And then slowly head coming back into the center. If you need to change the interlace of your fingers, just do so without moving unnecessarily. Just change the fingers. Or maybe you open your arms up again to the sides. So you're still getting the work. You're just not getting the extra rotation. So feel good about your decision. And then turn your head into the opposite direction. Keep going, Randy. Keep finding that rotation. If that left arm needs to come down. Yeah, you're not going to get more by pressing. So don't feel like you're doing less. Yeah, I think so. Just let it kind of be. Yeah. Super good. That's good, Lewis. Let that left elbow drop a little more. That's it. Nice, Janice. Just the long legs up the wall to open the class today. Yes. So provoke a little bit more neck work, moving from that little rigid spot. That's it. Yes. And slowly coming back into the center. And finally, release your arms, bend your knees, and roll to whichever side. We're empty class today, so just don't roll on your glasses, Matt. Roll to one side. You have the pillow for your head as necessary, and just be on your side. Yeah, if you were ready, you could have been ready. You don't feel much in terms of circulation. Yeah, you can, because actually what we're going to do now, and I think I'm going to bring the sandbags for you today. You can just sit on there and bring the soles of your feet together. Now start to press yourselves up and have your bolster at the wall and sit on your bolster. Having the feet soles together. So you'll sit as Denise is here. She's going to put the block now between the soles of her feet, wide, flat. And then, have you used these before? Good. So just drape them on your knees or mid-thighs. For you guys, I think, do you want sandbags today? Or no, I didn't think so. So put the block between your feet. That's it, Lewis. Tip your pelvis back a little so I can see you now, Janice. That's good. I couldn't see you with the bolster there. All I could see was the bolster in your legs from my angle. So that's it, Lewis. So tip your pelvis back a little so you're sitting on, on your sitting bones. Yes. And then feel the block between your feet and bring the block in a little bit. What's going on? You're good? Do what? Okay. Cheating. So now just have your hands resting on your thighs, on your legs. Have your back supported on the wall. So just sitting up a little bit more, Matt. Yeah, there you go. And just feel the block with your feet and start to really shape and mold your feet around the block. So definitely those external edges, Lewis, get them more touching the bottom edges of your block. And have your heels, your toes kind of curling around as much as you can. And then just feel a little bit pressure between your feet, pressing into the sides a little bit into your block. And Denise, those sandbags are to add to your pose. So if they get to be too much, yeah. So mid-thigh is a little bit less pressure than on the knee. Obviously, it's the angle, but this is good. You feel good. So at home, you do this for a long time. I mean, this is, yeah, I could probably sell you a couple. Not like this. I got the other ones, but they're 6.6 or 3 kilos. You can buy the covers and just get the silica sand. It's cleaner than beach sand. So you can, make them for yourselves probably more cheaply than I can sell them to you. But you can't buy them filled online where you wouldn't want to because you'd have to pay for shipping. How's it feel, Matt? All right. How's that foot feel? Good. It's a lot of ankle work that we do in here. So we just do what we can. Now, after spending a moment here, I'd like you now to drop forward, bringing your hands to the floor or to the block in front of you. So don't have your hands this side, have them on the block or in front on the floor. Round your spine, drop your head, and keep coming. Use your fingers to creep forward a little bit. Let the head be sort of hanging. And let the knees drop as much as they will. So basically, we've kind of locked the hips in place, having this block here. It acts as a little bit of a spacer between the femur bone and your hip socket. So it's changing in your groin, it's changing in your inner thigh. And then we're just rounding, we're keeping the sitting bones on the bolster, but we're letting the spine round, we're letting the head drop. And we're using the arms, the fingers, to open up more the sides of your torso, moving your torso more, folding in the groins, and feel that curve. the weight of the head at the end of the curve operating in your upper back. Closed eyes and just feel the work and keep coming. Extend your elbows. That's it. So don't feel that you're there wherever there is. You keep going. That's it. How is it? It's okay. You feeling your back mostly? Yeah. Upper back or lower back? Upper. Okay. Good. It's pretty intense, isn't it? This work. I feel it everywhere. Good. Now just drop a little bit more. Take a breath. And slowly coming all the way back. Yes. Now I'd like you to turn your block so that it's now 5 inches between your feet. That is correct, Jill. Good. And bring the block in closer to you if you can. That's it. And again, we start. So turn it, Lewis, flatten the block on its base. And then turn it once to the right. No, you stood it up. Just have it flat. Now you have it 10 inches between the feet. Make it 5 inches. Turn it once. That's it. Yeah. And then, yeah, grab a hold with your feet. Have your heels and your toes matching the side edges and pull the block in even more. Yeah. Now, if you can bring it in more, you will, and that will naturally press your legs down. So there won't be a need to use the hands. I mean, it's not wrong, but mostly we want it in the joint itself rather than, actually pressing down. But sometimes we do. So bring the block in closer to you, Denise. Yeah, keep coming. Keep coming. Yes, I thought you were holding out on me. Look at that. And then slide those sandbags. Move your sandbags now to your knees. Yes, then you'll have more of what you were trying to achieve. Yeah, this is good. And, if you want to do that, but I don't think it'll be necessary. Good. Let's bring it closer, Randy. Yes. A little bit closer, Matt. Yes. Try. Good. Now we drop forward again. So everything's a little bit different. We've got a 5-inch space between our feet, not 10 inches. So it changes a little bit the approach to your hips. You let your knees and thighs drop down. You have a nice connection through your heels, your base of your toes to the block. And if you have sometimes figuring out how to press into the block from here is a little bit of a challenge, but if you can do that, actually press your feet a little bit into the sides of the block and drop forward more. That's it, Janice. Keep creeping the hands forward, grabbing the sticky mat, opening your elbows. If it's your back mat that's mostly hurting, don't overdo that area. Try and release the shoulders a little and just be a bit more backing off a little bit. Super good. Keep coming, Denise. You know I was going to say that. Yes, keep coming. Nice, Jill. Good. So obviously it's an external rotation with the knees dropping out. It works into your low back mostly, spreading the sacrum and those nerves that wrap into the glutes and around into the legs, the lower abdomen. So give yourselves a little peak of intensity here and then slowly coming back out of your pose. Move your block to one side and come forward now onto the floor and cross your legs in Sukhasana. So now we'll be changing the angles. We'll see how the floor is in your back mat. And you can use your sandbags again, Denise. And you could maybe, let's move these a little forward. Maybe this goes up on the knee. Yeah, I think you've got that right. And then put your sandbags. Move the lower leg a little bit more forward. That's it. How's it feel? If the floor's too tight, go back onto your bolster. You're good, Randy. A little bit more forward with your legs, Matt. Just make it a little bit more square. Yeah, there we go. And then drop forward. It gives you more room to drop forward. Have your hands on the floor in front of you. How's your back here? Okay, drop your head. That's it. Just find this position. Again, it's hips, it's ankles, it's feet, and you'll provoke more. Let me make sure this guy is a little bit more forward. Yeah. Yeah, over time, this will hang off. Yeah, exactly. Over time. Maybe next lifetime. We just want to clean all of this up as much as we can. Go out as clean as we can. So you're just rounding and dropping. Yeah, with that knee, Lewis, you can have it going straight ahead of you if it won't bend much. Or you can drop forward at an angle. Yeah, that's looking good, Janice. Just find you a place you can be. We often talk about the optimum, which is a balance between physical sensation and ease. Do you feel the ankle on the floor, the outer ankle? Because we can use a blanket if so. Is it a bit hard for you? You're good. Okay. Just let me know. Okay. Just talk to me. I'm pretty good at reading, but I'm not totally reading minds. Good. That's it, Lewis. Good, Janice. That looks so nice. I hope it's not hurting. Yeah. And slowly come all the way back. Now, changing the cross of your legs, and you can decide sandbags or no sandbags. And drop forward second side. That's it, Matt. Just drop and go. Perfect. A little bit easier on this side. Yeah. So closed eyes, feel your breath. Yeah. That's it. And the other pillow could go under if it needs to relieve that hip a bit, Janice. Super good. Keep coming, Randy. Take it to a next level. That's it. So even though you decided not to use the sandbags, they're still operating. You can feel them, the blood flow has changed. So, we don't want to ever have them just be a struggle. That's not really the way we use them. Super good. Looks good, Matt. So you're looking for this harmony and design between the hips and the shoulders. And slowly come back. And then let's all come up and take a little walk just to integrate everything we did. So don't be pretending there isn't a limp. We know there is. And just walk it off a little bit. How you doing? What do you think about block work here? Too much? Okay. That's it. Yes, walking, walking, walking. So your brain can do, yeah, you don't have to be stuck on your mat. Take a whole loop. You're a real estate guy, right? You look at the real estate. You can admire my beautiful chrysanthemums. So pleased with those. The hail just ruined my pansies that were out there. And then this used to be the skateboard park, of course. This is voodoo. Yes. Okay. After you've walked it off a bit, Then I'd like you to lie down on your back again and have your knees bent, but come forward on your mat because we're going to do some arm work with the block. So whichever way you want to go if you're at home. So move your bolster to one side, lie on your back, have your head on the floor, your knees bent, move the bolster to one side, and then hold your block in the wide edges, lift the block up towards the ceiling. You might have to come forward a little bit more. And I think I'm going to put the bolster there because I don't want you straining. Just back here. Your head's on the floor. So let's see how we go. Lift the block up. Yeah, that's it. So I'm on the bottom. So really, you don't let this thumb wrap around. That's it. Squeeze and press, eliminate, and lift it up. Now, at any time, you can just put the block down, okay? Yeah. Squeeze and press. So thumbs on the bottom, fingers on the top, squeezing and eliminating the palms, the space between your palms and lifting up. So this is the work. It goes into your neck. So get your thumbs on the bottom, Randy. So let's turn the block so you have it. Let's just turn it this way. Thumbs on the bottom. You're going to have to come forward because you're not going to have enough room here. Yeah, keep coming. That's it. And then bend your knees. Have your knees together. Have your feet together. Straighten those elbows, Lewis. Lift the block up. Squeeze into the sides of your block, eliminating space between your palms. And from the thumb on the bottom, you're squeezing the block into the index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, all the fingers. And straightening your elbows, lifting up the block. You feel your shoulder blades coming with you, creating some space inside of your shoulder joints. Now, press your knees together, press your ankles together, walk your feet, and keep this engagement with that action through your lower abdomen, your lower back. And slowly now, it might be just 45 degrees, slowly going back overhead, keeping the space. And some of you will go to the floor. And then you keep moving back. How's it feel? Yeah, bolsters there. Yeah, that's it. Make it restful. That's it, Randy. Scoot the block back more, closer to the floor for you, Matt. Keep going. Back, over. No more room. Yes. Keep going back. Shoulders feeling it already. Yeah, okay. So after a while, your hands, arms are going to get pretty tired doing this. I put a bolster there and you can sort of bend your elbows and land your block on your bolster. You'll still be getting all the work, but you can see, yeah, we want to try and keep the elbows from bending, but it's not always possible. So sometimes we have the bolster above our head and we use the bolster to have the floor coming up a little bit higher. Are you good? Oh, that's it. Now for you, lift it 2 inches. Hold it. Yeah, now we got the work. Good. Now pressing your knees together, keeping your knees pressing, lift your left leg to 45 degrees and point your toes once again. So your back stays the same, your knee is fully there. Press your knees together so you get this containment here. When that gets to be too much, you go back to the floor again. Point your toes. Engage your arch, straighten the knee, Lewis. Lift the leg higher. Point your toes, straighten your knee. Get that knee to fully extend, Lewis. Straighten the knee. Work with your arms, work with your hands. That's it. Pointing the toes. Press the knees together. That's it. And pointing the other way. That's it. Keep it here. And now bend your knee. Place the foot back on the floor. Keep this pressure in. Lift the other one. Yes, you can kill Adele later. Point your toes. So not flexion, pointing. Yeah. It's her birthday today. Did you know that? Yeah, there you go. Point your toes, heel coming into your calf, straighten your knee. That's it. Press those knees, Lewis. Find the work. Arms, hands, everything working. Super good. Engaging that arch, finding all these little cramps everywhere. That's the work. And then bend your knee. Place your foot back on the floor. Good. Now, re-engage your hands because in a moment we're going to lift this heavy block up and extend up again. Good. And then turn the block once. Let go with your hands. So now you're holding it on the 5-inch, the waistline. So to rotate the block and have your hands holding, yes, on the waist, the 5 inches between your hands. That's it, Janice. I can't see yours, Lewis. I'm going to assume you've got it. Lift it up. Yeah, you got it. I can't see. Lift it up higher. Squeeze in. Press your knees together. Keep your back. Arms are extending back overhead to the floor. Those 4 bottom corners. Find your bolster or the floor. You good there, Jill? So it's a different approach in the shoulder. Should I take one of them away for this one? Yeah, that's it. Now, without letting go, you do this little wrist action where you actually get the bottom 4 corners the other way on the floor. Yeah. So it's just, we want to lose the hands in, but we're doing it inside. You had it very nicely. And then slide it back even more. So this is nice to hover in space. When it gets to be too much, you can go down. Your bolster is a couple of inches below that. So you could find it and then play with how much you want to work in your arms. Press your knees together. Lift your right leg again. This time, flex your ankle. Flex it. So that's the heel moves away. Push through your heel. Find your knee. Work in your ankle. Fold your ankle. Yes. Notice if there is a tendency to turn the foot out slightly, and it's from the very top of your thigh. Very subtle movement in your hip. Push through the heel. That's it. And you just bend and put it down when it gets to be that time. So bend your knee now. Put your foot back down. Keep your knees. Good. Bend the knee. Place the foot back on the floor. Press in. Lift the other leg. Keep your hips. That's it. Push through your heel. Explore your knee extension. Explore your arms. Squeeze the block. It's a different angle in the shoulders. It's narrower. That's it. Super good. Flexion. Hello. I'm pretty impressed, Jill. This is great. Good job. Yes, and don't keep it too long, Matt. You always come out when you get to that point, but don't let everything splay out. Now bend your knee, place your foot back on the floor. Now just rotate your block in your hands again. Hold it like we did in the very beginning of class. Not the very beginning, a few minutes ago. And it's over your head. Good. Extend, extend, extend. You stay up here for now, Jill, and that's enough, I think. And then lifting up your block. Make sure you're holding, grabbing, squeezing, lift it up, and then place your block to one side on the floor. Excellent. Bring the bolster back in underneath your head. That's it. Super good. Now from here, just separate your knees and bring the soles of your feet together. And bring your feet in a little bit closer. Let the knees and the thighs drop and really try and get those external edges of your feet to come closer to each other. That's it, Lewis, and closer to you. So if you're working with a knee that's painful or a hip, then you work at that level. We don't try and force something to do something it's not ready. Denise, put the sandbags on again. Now move your hands again around and underneath your bolster. Super good. And obviously not too long, don't just, I really like this, and I usually have 4. When I see Francisco, my teacher, he's usually got 6 on either side. And that's a guy who was shot in his hip. So if he doesn't do this work every day, then all these restrictions come back. So no matter what we have, we just have to work and do what we can. And the consistency is the real superpower. The daily work or, doing something every day is recommended. A lot of people are daunted by doing an hour practice on their own, but in reality, you could do your Sukhasana and then go do the laundry and come back to the other side. You can break it up, make it manageable. So have your eyes closed and just feel this pose, letting the knees drop a little. There's work in the groins, and if it gets to be too strong there in the groin, inner leg, hips, then you can just lift your knees. You could try just lifting them an inch to see if you can sustain the pose, but you might decide that you need to lift your knees and have your feet back on the floor. So again, if the work is done, if it's super sensitive, then don't try and push your way through it with effort. Effort just really blurs our awareness. So settling in, feel your shoulders, feel your hips, feel the soles of your feet connecting, and refine that contact. Just make it even better. And then be very restful. Come back to your breath. And Janice, if it helps, just put the bolster under the back of your knees if it's more comfortable. We're winding down, so find the most comfortable place for that hip. You'll feel the shakiness starting to come, Denise. It's because you're in a little different place. That's where these things enable us. It's just more opening and layers. Yeah. It does feel very comforting there. I mean, when we do the workshops with him, a lot of times he'll have us here for like 40 minutes. Oh, yeah. You'd be the John Wayne. And then finally, let's turn the head again to the left. Yes. Just feeling now this familiarity a little bit more with this work that we do with the hands moving around and under the bolster as much as they will. Sometimes we hold the side edges. And if it gets to be too much, to open up altogether. So we basically stabilize the shoulders. So we're creating more movement through the neck. So with that in mind, turn your head a little bit more. And then be restful. Don't be there with effort. Come back to your breath. And remember, if it's too strong in your groins, just lift your knees and have your feet back on the floor. And you could even separate your feet, just let the knees prop together. So we pretty much in this work use the body and the sensations that we have to move us towards this meditation. Often it is just spontaneous meditation that comes. You'll be there resting, and then you suddenly realize that you kind of drifted. And it might be sleep, but it might be that suspended time in between. It's super healing. And just go with it if it's happening. Don't allow yourself to sleep if the nervous system needs that rest. That's really important. Yes. And then bring your feet in a little closer. That's it. See if you can keep it. Hips pretty good. Yeah. And then turning your head back into the center and eventually to the opposite direction. You might hear your neck sort of cracking and popping a bit. It's right. Your ears are right there. Sometimes that popping is synovial fluid or chemical depositions. You could put your legs up the wall again, Janice, if you've got the time or the, yeah. Okay. Thank you. That's it, Lewis. Exactly. Let your legs relax, separate out a little. So don't overstay your welcome. Turning the head a little bit more. And yeah, if you did take a break, lifting your knees, there might be a point where you just feel like letting your legs relax out along the floor, and that is fine too. Just have a little bit more separation. Yeah, so your hips can relax. That's it. Yeah, strong now, isn't it? Do you want this here now? Might as well. Yeah. Yeah. A bit high on you. And sometimes I don't know if this will feel good. And sometimes we can do two, but you're tiny, so. That's it, Matt. Looks good. Keep the breath flowing. Feel the relaxation, the surrender. Keep the eyes closed. That's it. Same for you, Jill. Let's let your legs. This is more important than anything, really. You know, the body can just heal. That's it, Lewis. You could prop your knees together and separate your feet. So you don't have, or just let your legs relax. You did have them relaxed, so you could put a bolster under the back of your knees if you had an extra one. Just do what's the most comfortable because your knees do need that extension as well. So separate a little bit. Yeah, that left one I can see. Yeah. So the feet are relaxed, the feet are dropping out. You're just letting go. Just come back to your breath, the rhythm. And slowly the head comes back, moving with the sensation. So don't move quite so quickly. And then just releasing your arms if you didn't already. That was good, Randy. Nice long hold there. Yes. And then eventually you'll just start to stretch and spread yourselves out a little bit, stretching arms, stretching legs, whatever feels good. And eventually we always roll to the side first so we don't come up using the neck. So even if you were ready to pop up, you would just go that way. So you use the hand to press your torso up. That's it. And then sitting comfortably, just have your legs sort of crossed loosely. Yeah, that knee looks a lot better already, Lewis. Nice job. Bring your palms together and just close your practice. Moment of gratitude for yourselves and this amazing tool that we have, our bodies that lead us and show us so many different things. Namaste. And have a great rest of your day. Welcome back, Miss Jill. Good job, Denise and Randy and Matt. That was your first class. Woohoo! And Lewis, thank you. Good job. So let me make sure I've got the right email for you, Lewis, and you are on mute, so I'll just read it to you unless you can unmute yourself. Let me see. Let's see. I've got you Boynton Beach, your lewis.littman@gmail. That's easy, right? Perfect. So I'll send you an email now, Lewis, and you'll have all the links on the bottom of the email. Just save the email somewhere, and then you can tap in and join us whenever you feel like it. Okay, my dear, you're on mute, so I'll say goodbye. Thank you.